Here's the Filmosound film projector, and this is I think this is a model 552. Let's see if I can see it here. Yeah, it looks like a 552. I was able to put a little bit of JB Weld on the worm gear, and hopefully that'll help keep it from disintegrating anymore. Not sure if it'll really do it, but it seems to be working pretty well now. The only problem I'm having is with the auto load feature. Sometimes film is getting jammed in the sound drum area and causing the film to get torn. I use an old kind of a junky film for test purposes, but I think to prevent film damage I'm going to load it manually. One thing I had to do is to lubricate it to get this mechanism ungummed. It was jammed in the auto load position and it wouldn't release back to the normal position. See, if the auto load lever is pushed, it gets set up to load the film automatically, and then when the film is pulled, it goes back to the normal mode. So I'm going to load the Filmosound manually and give a demonstration of it. I have the Filmosound loaded. It goes in over the top sprocket, and then you just open the lens, down through the gate, on the top of the bottom sprocket, around the sound drum, back on the bottom of the bottom sprocket, and then down and around the snubbing roller. This doesn't have a manual actuation knob on it, so in order to get the loop set, you just have to press the loop former when you start it running. I wish it had a manual knob like the older Filmosounds or the Kodaks do, to make sure that the teeth are engaged properly before starting it, but just have to do the loop former. So I've got the Filmosound loaded now. You can give a demonstration. That's as loud as the sound goes. I don't know if it got weak tubes or probably got weak electrolytics, or maybe some bad capacitors. I haven't recast the amp yet, so I want to do that in the near future. Here's the tone control. It's not awful, but I think it should be a little bit stronger than that at the maximum. Now I'll show the still picture operation of the Filmosound. Don't want to melt the film, so I'll start it up again here. I think it though does have a heat stream that goes down between the lens and the bulb when in the still mode. Now I'm ready to rewind, now that the show is over. got the film attached to the front reel. Rear reel is in the up position. And I'll turn the switch to reverse and press the rewind button. Unlike Kodak projectors where you turn the switch to forward and flip the rewind lever down. And the amplifier is only turned on when the projector is in the forward position. The older tube type Filmosounds had independent controls for the amp, so you could keep the amp warmed up the whole time you're running the show. So for this, the amp has to warm up during the time you start the film, each time you turn it on. I guess they think it'd probably be warmed up enough by the time you got the film loaded and by the time that the leader played out. The next thing I'm going to try and do on this is improve the sound quality. Put new capacitors in the amp and check the tubes.